What's up, y'all? It's Action Pack. Welcome back to Action Pack Boxing. We're going to talk about Ugas versus Errol the Truth Spence Jr., the big fish of the welterweight division, the king of the 147-pounders, the three-strap holder, about to get the next one on the way from Bud Crawford. Here on Action Pack Boxing, where we cover the action, and we'll be right back. What's up, my peoples? So last night, Ugas versus Errol Spence Jr. went a little bit like this. Ugas came out doing what he do. They filling each other out. Errol Spence Jr. filling them out in the first round. Little jabs to the body, digging to the body in the later rounds. And Errol Spence Jr. does what he always does. He broke him down. He broke Ugas down. He went from body to head. Shots coming in from all angles, breaking this man down. Shots coming in from all angles, you hear me? Left, right to the body, beating up both sides of the body, then taking it to the head. That left hand found a home on the right side of Ugas' face. His whole side of his face was swole, his right eye. I think Ugas might really be in the hospital right now. For all you Bud Crawford fans who believe that Crawford can beat Errol Spence Jr., I hope y'all watch that fight and see the pain that Errol Spence Jr. puts in. My man EJ came in there and did exactly what he said he was going to do. He took 3 belts out of the whole 4 belts in the welterweight division. So now he's the WBA, the WBC, and the IBF champion. There's only 1 belt left, which is the WBO belt, which he will be taking from Crawford whenever they get in the ring. So Ugas, he was kind of upset that they stopped the fight, but at the same time, he couldn't see, and there wasn't no way he was going to win that fight. Even if he would have continued for the next 2 rounds, he would have just took much more punishment and probably would have got his eye knocked out of the socket if he would have kept on for 2 more rounds. Because Errol Spence Jr. did him dusty. He did him dusty. He broke this man up. I mean, there is no explanation for why things didn't go this way and why things didn't go that way for Ugas. Ugas had to defend himself. Errol Spence Jr. keeps most of his opponents on defense mode. It's hard for you to keep throwing a bunch of punches when you got a bunch of punches coming at you and they're hurting you bad. Errol Spence Jr. is too strong. He's way too strong, especially for Bud Crawford. Bud Crawford's a little bit light in the behind. He need to get his weight up before he comes back down to 147. Because as we all know, Errol Spence Jr. is a natural 147-pounder. Natural. Now, Bud Crawford, on the other hand, he was good at 135, 140, and he came up to 147. Since he's been at 147, he has not fought not one elite fighter of the 147-pound welterweight division. Errol Spence is the king of that. He beat up Mikey Garcia, who came up in weight. Danny Garcia, he walked through, which has always been like a really good welterweight and a great lightweight. Lamont Peterson, which is another great welterweight who just recently retired, maybe close to 2 years ago. Showtime Sean Porter, Kell Brook. Errol Spence Jr. fights the top fighters, and he really only wants straps. He wants the belts. He's not fighting anybody else out there for no warm-up fights. He's not taking no fights of anybody that's washed up, like a 40-year-old Gamboa got washed up last night, know what I mean? Well, Gamboa's 40 years old, man. He's well-respected, but at this stage of his career, he need to let it go. This is someone who Bud Crawford was fighting like 2-3 years ago when Gamboa was like 37. So all this Bud Crawford talk, I'm a fan of Bud. He's a very athletic guy. He's very athletic. His athleticism will take him around the world, but he cannot take them body shots. And not even just body shots. The power of Errol Spence, the will and the drive that Errol Spence has. He will break Crawford down. Crawford does not throw a lot of punches, which he's going to be on defense mode just as well as Ugas was if he ever fights Errol Spence Jr. He's going to have to spend most of his time focusing on defense and probably trying to get some counter punches in. Errol Spence Jr. is a great defender also. He's not known for taking too many shots. He knows how to get in and get out. And when he get in and he fights close, he will dig to the body and keep on breaking you down and breaking you down. He has broken ribs before. Errol Spence Jr. has broken ribs before. He has broken eye sockets. He broke Kell Brook eye socket. This man is a beast. He looked like he was on 100% last night because I've never seen Errol Spence. I ain't going to say never, but recently in his recent fights, I haven't seen him be as aggressive and break down a fighter the way he did Ugas. And Ugas is a big welterweight, a strong welterweight. He's about 5'9.5", about a half-inch taller than Errol Spence Jr. with a 1.5 inch reach, longer than Errol Spence Jr. And I think Spence wanted to prove a point that he's not about playing no games, and if he really don't hold back to show people what he's capable of, while people are sleeping on him, saying he may not be able to beat Crawford and this and that. He wanted to show people, like, I will crush somebody just as somebody's bigger. He's not, Ugas isn't as athletic as Crawford, but someone who is a good, solid welterweight to get broke down in that form and fashion, and for the fight to be one-sided. It was a one-sided fight. Spence was winning every round on the scorecards, like almost every round on the scorecards. But it's just ridiculous for people to keep on saying that Crawford is going to knock Spence out and all that. When you ever seen Spence get knocked out? For those haters who feel like, oh, in the 5th round he almost got knocked out, Spence dropped, his mouthpiece came out, he turned around and see where the mouthpiece at. He thought the ref stopped the fight, which the ref had supposed to stop the fight, but rule number 1, defend yourself at all times. Spence didn't do that, so he got caught with a good one that sent him back into the ropes. But when he realized what was going on, I think he was upset. I think he may have felt that Ugas took a cheap shot, and he made Ugas pay for that and try to knock his eye out of the socket. So trust me, the only way Terrence Crawford can beat Errol Spence Jr. is if he gets a knockout. I don't believe he has the power to knock out Errol Spence Jr. No one has ever spoken anything about Bud Crawford having power to knock out anyone. He has some good KOs, but against who? Who are these guys he was KOing? Name some top-of-the-line, top-notch guys that he's been knocking out. I can't name not one. So let's keep it official. Let's keep it official. Errol Spence Jr. is going to take that 4th belt. He will be undisputed champion. That's just my opinion. But this show right here, this is action-packed boxing. We talk about that action. We want that action. I want y'all to let me know what's y'all opinions. Y'all let me know what's y'all opinion. Y'all drop a comment. Like, share. Go on Instagram. Go to Action Pack Boxing on Instagram. Go to TikTok. Action Pack Boxing on TikTok. For those who love to see KOs, I got great KOs on there for any and everybody who's looking to see somebody get knocked out. Go to Action Pack Boxing on TikTok. They there all day. So y'all let me know in the comments what y'all feel about the upcoming fight, about last night's fight with Ugas, the upcoming fight with Crawford. Y'all let me know what's going on. Like, share, comment, and get back to me. This is our channel. It's just not my channel. This is for us. I'm nothing without y'all. There's nothing to talk about without y'all. Y'all interact. Make sure y'all talk. Holler at me. I'll get back to you. This is Action Pack Boxing, and we want action, people.